When I first started trading stocks, I I didn't give two shits about stocks at all. My little brother came up to me, he showed me this app called Robinhood. I don't know if you know what it's called or what that is or not, but basically I had like $200 or $300 that I could uh I could invest. And so I put the $200 in there, and that was back when penny stocks were going crazy and marijuana stocks just became legal. And so the second that I put in my $200, I woke up the next day and I made $400. I was like, holy shit. I cannot believe that this just happened. And uh I I was hooked, honestly. And the problem was I sold my stock. Well, this is what dove me into psychology later on, but my brother didn't sell his stock. He stayed in. Well, it kept on going up. I was like, oh shit, I could have made more money. So then I bought back the shares. Well, then I bought at the very tippy top and then it starts going down. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is this stock not going down? And it drove me nuts. I remember telling my brother the reason I did not want to get into Robinhood is because I have a very addictive personality. Like when I get into anything, I got into kickboxing, I wanted to be the best kickboxer in the world. I get into anything, I want to be the absolute best. And so when I got into this stuff, it was right at, like right before COVID, I got to learn how to short sell. I made some friends, like my buddy Chad that's in the community. And yeah, we started learning how to short sell, and I was just like, oh, well, actually before that, then I bought into a program. I saw this guy that was t turning $500 into $1 million and did this small account challenge bullshit. And I bought into his program. And he taught us that we could get past the PTT rule, which is the pattern day trader rule in America. If you don't have $25,000 in an account, you can only take three trades per week. But to get around that, if you have an offshore trading account, you can get past that. So I bought in. He was teaching us how they have, I think it was like 6 to 1 leverage. So if you put in, say, $1,200, I could trade like I had, what is that, $7,200. And so I learned how to do that stuff, and I bought the breakout of a $3 level. And because he kept on telling us, like, dude, this is going up. The second it breaks over $3, it's gonna go to the moon. It's gonna go to the moon. I bought it $3. This thing popped up to 310, and I just saw the money. I was like, oh my God, I just made more money in literally 10 seconds than I'm going to make in my job all day long. Well, then, boom, it just stuffs. And it slammed down so freaking fast. All of a sudden, I just saw this. Bloop. I was like, I didn't cover my position. I didn't understand that when you run out of money out of your trading account, that your broker uh kicks you out of your position. Well, I still owed my broker money. And so then I had to go into the bank. I had to wire like $65 to some offshore broker account. And the banker's freaking out because I'm sending it to some super sketchy bank. And I had to have this super embarrassing conversation of like, dude, I blew my freaking trading account. Yes, this is actually a legit company. Send it. I don't want to talk anymore. And I left the bank. And I stopped trading stocks for a little while. Well, my buddy Chad hit me up and was like, dude, I found this guy that's legit. He's doing actually, what was it? Was it Chad or did I go get Chad out of the old room? I can't remember exactly how it went. We'll just say Chad saved me, and so Chad took me to my old mentor's room, and I joined his program. Well, he jumped right into the mentoring program, which was a year long. I decided to buy into the lifetime membership, and well, he found a lot of success, and he was doing really good by the end of the year. And so I was like, well, if I do this for the whole year and I start finding success, I'll do the mentoring. Well, I started making a little bit of money. I was kind of, at the stage of, intermediate where I make money, lose money, make money. My losses were always bigger than my winners. Then I joined the mentoring program, and then honestly, I started finding success, and he kind of taught me how to do the job, and I scaled up really, really quick, and I started making a lot of money really fast. And then, towards the end though, I felt like I was still missing something, and so I started searching around and I started finding different mentors to get into, because I would always get into fights all the time with my mentor because he'd yell at me because I break his rules. And I was like, well, I'm breaking your rules. They're not my rules. I'm the most money I've made is from this stock. It's a setup called gap and extension. I like our conversation earlier. I'm telling you about the long wicks at the top. I love stuffs. For me, it makes so much more sense because that happened to me at the very beginning. I know what it feels like to be on the opposite side of that trade, and the panic, the fear, the just gut wrenching terror of seeing you owing this much money. And I was just like, dude, I want to be on the opposite side of that. And so that's exactly what I did. And I got really, really good at spotting that kind of stuff. But I would always get yelled at because that was not for a intermediate trader. It's more advanced traders, which I do agree with. It is a much more advanced uh, setup. But I went searching around. I found a couple different guys, and then I found this guy that I used to look up to when I very, very first started trading stocks. And he started his own trading room. And so I joined his room. And really, when that happened, I had so many different conversations. That's why I do my coaching a certain way, because really, that dude put in more work than anybody I've ever met in my entire life. And it was genuine, heartfelt help. And he did so much good shit for me in my trading. He is the reason I am the trader I am today. And it made everything kind of click together. Well, then, because of him, introduced me to different people to watch on mindset stuff. I found this guy named Alex Ramosi, and Alex Mosey was talking about the Skool games. Well, then I joined Skool, and I was going to teach how to manifest because I found a old notebook from when I was, starting to trade, of this list of what I wanted to do with my trading. And I had already achieved that. I was like, holy shit, I manifested this life. Well, then I get into it, and they they didn't want to teach me. They didn't think that me teaching people how to manifest their dream life was going to be sellable, and so I started teaching people how to trade stocks. Well, then that's the real kicker, because once I started to teach people how to trade, really my trading is gotten, like, no shit, is like 10 times better. And it's been such a amazing moment. But like, one thing that I really feel like most traders screw themselves up before they even get to that point is they hate their 9 to 5 job. So they're trying to make money from trading stocks so they can quit their 9 to 5 job and improve their life today. That's where our talk earlier about, this is a small business. It's going to take you, you know, a couple years before you really even wrap your head around things to even be able to even make money. And then once you do make money, really, you, you should not be taking any money out of your trading account for expenses or bills or any of that kind of stuff for a long time. Because if you really want to do this as a business, my advice, and this is going to be a little I'm giving a little bit of free shit away that I give to only my mentor students, but like, really, you need to rethink this as a business. If, say, I'm going to take America, since most people that are going to watch this is going to be Americans, but if you have a $30,000 trading account, that means that you only get to use $5,000 of it. So in my mind, the first thing you should do, phase one of business, is to get $5,000 and put it into a high yield savings account, and just leave it. Don't touch it. Don't spend it. That's gone. Why? Because if you screw up and you do something stupid and you blow your account, you have your second trading account. You don't go to zero. You don't lose everything and have to start all over again. Okay, now you have phase one. Phase two is okay, how much money do you need to live off of for one whole year? And really, that's phase two. This is the one that's going to take you a long ass time. If you really want to do this as a full-time job, you need to make sure that you have a year's worth of money set aside. Put that into a second high yield savings account, and that's going to be there for like if shit hits the fan. And then really, I would honestly, phase three is I would turn that $30,000 trading account into a $50,000 trading account. And once you have phase one, phase two, phase three, cool. Quit your job, start trading full time. And really, by the time you get to phase three, you should have really probably at least a few years worth of trading experience of quality trading experience to be able to grow this into a actually sustainable business. A, you also have years worth of money because the last thing you want to do is trade and need to pay your mortgage. Trust me, I've been there, I've done that. It is a horrible, horrible feeling and it will ruin your trading. So don't do that. Make sure that you have all your bills paid for a whole year. Okay, awesome. That's great. For me, I'm going even a step further than that because honestly, I really do think that I can turn this trading community into a full-time job. I think I can make enough money to where I can live off of this and I can do this every day. And for me, I absolutely love it. I love teaching people. I love talking to people. I love working with people that are trying to better their lives, and it makes me feel good that I'm putting good energy out there. Good energy is coming back to me, and I truly believe in that. And so for me, like I I'm not in any rush to quit my job. I love my job. I get to work with family literally every single freaking day. And so for me, I'm like, I don't need to quit my job. Pays all the bills, don't give a shit, makes my trading 10 times better because I don't need to make a dime off of trading. If a trade comes, then it's like, okay, I'm gonna hit that with really big size because that's the way I trade. I want to hit it with a lot of size, with a really small risk. That way I get to my first target. That's literally all I need. I hit my first target, it's like, don't give a shit if I don't trade for another week. I really don't care. But it took me years to build up to that. But that's kind of where I am and how I got into trading. I hope that answered your question and anybody else that has that question.